Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're back with more Batwoman. Last episode, well, Ryan didn't tell them about the kryptonite poisoning, which is kind of frustrating. We'll see where that goes, I guess. What's her face? I have it right here. Tatiana has taken Alice. Well, she knocked her out. They didn't show her take her. I'm gonna assume she's taken her to Sophia. Sophie tried to arrest her. Kudos for that. Not end up just killing her. Sure, that was difficult. Excuse me, Luke and Mary. Luke sort of accepted Ryan to be the temporary Batwoman. Mary was much more on board with it. Again, she might be less sure that Kate's coming back. Luke, a little more stubborn about it. I mean, yeah, Alice drew out kind of Sophia, sort of, by sending plague out, pretty much, or virus. Which, again, I'm not the only one that pointed out, or that mentioned it, but yeah, the glowing eyes was strange, considering the virus didn't do that. Let's see, I think. I mean, they made a vaccine for it much faster than we have. Then again, we didn't have someone not immune, but given the cure in the first place. So we don't have the blood to work with. I think that's it. That covers it. You're dead.
Champagne, sir.
Oh!
We didn't order champagne.
It's the
No, your wife back
assassin
home.
from Daredevil. Oh. Oh well, if you tried.
This is a brute Millazine. Now, I could have just as easily picked up a bottle of the cheap stuff, but Mrs. Capolacci insisted on the finer vintage because she wanted you to know that she was willing to spend more on you than her husband was.
Well, that sucked. Yep, that's a caved-in head right there. He's just as creepy, though. No! What? I mean, they brought in a good guy for Zaz.
Are you kidding?
Right there, bud. How did you even reach? Flexible or something.
Looky who's getting close to retirement.
Face.
Go easy.
Whoop.
Seriously?
That would have been a 10 if you stuck the landing.
I would have stuck the landing if the boots actually fit.
Don't blame the boots. Come on, you just need training. Part of it might be the boots.
We're at about $4 grand now.
Ooh.
Worth it.
Worth it. Pay attention. Ooh. Still gonna be a bruise though.
The suit's bulletproof, dumbass.
I'm actually feeling pretty energetic.
Don't tell me she dies.
Hey.
Your phone is about to ring and the answer is yes.
Roxanne, will you excuse me? Hey, Amy, can you help Roxanne to the lab?
Oh, she's using Mary.
Did I just hire Ryan for a bartending position? Yes. I was very impressed by her fruit slicing abilities. Yeah, okay. Talk to you soon.
Oh, she didn't take her. Okay. Huh. Or took both. Oops.
You missed a gorgeous sunrise.
Where are we?
Well, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Well, I'm a little surprised they got you a companion ticket.
Huh.
They needed someone to report back I was dead.
Well, there's guys here. It can't be
Planned on being kidnapped?
the mascara. Just want to guard.
Who are
Knock him
you?
out or kill him.
I'm that guy. But that happy little tune has really accelerated my timetable, so I need to be on my way. You have a gun in your lab. What kind of a scientist are you? Safety's on. I'm wrong. It works just fine.
I don't like him. I hate him, but I like him.
Guy just waltzed in there, broad daylight.
Any idea what he took from the computer?
Hamilton's keeping quiet about it.
I'm sure they know who Zaz
Did you
is.
literally marry Hamilton?
He should
I
be
sold my
public
share of the company when my mom
knowledge,
died, and I'm
right?
not exactly close with the board of stuffy suits.
Wait,
What's with the mark on his forehead?
I'm in facial wreck right now.
don't bother. It's Victor Zaz. He's a hitman. He logs his kills with hash marks.
How are you on a first-name basis with a prolific hired assassin?
Because I know people who know him. What? We kind of run in the same circle.
You run in this.
Ran in the same circles, past tense, and very large, wide
Okay.
circles.
You must be the new girl. Did you find what you're looking for?
Battering.
Somebody used them all.
They run out?
Use the bow staff.
While we're all waiting for something to happen, can I make you a drink?
There's a button hidden on the side.
So I take it you're the replacement. Well, at least it's my skin. Because, and I'm only being honest, you don't seem very comfortable in yours. It's like trying to pass for somebody else.
You want to know what I see?
Is it a shoulder-fired surface-to-air missile?
Oh, hell no.
No, but it's okay, you got both steps.
I don't get this. I'm not seeing a connection.
There's no way we can protect all these people.
What if we don't have to?
Kill them
Zaz
all
doesn't
ourselves.
find work. You don't remember me. I dated Angelique Martin.
You're Angelique's ex? Then by all means, stay. Do whatever you want. Just don't do to me what you did to her.
So you do know me?
I know you broke her heart. Apologies if I'm overstepping. I'm just a sucker for lesbian drama.
She was bad for me.
That's how you know it's love?
She's the bat.
She's a stand-in who fits in the suit until Kate comes back.
Except she's not. Kate is not coming back. Luke?
How can you say that? You looked me in the eye and said miracles happen.
No. So do tragedies. I knew it would treat the symptoms of the bat bite, and I dreamed that it would cure people's pre-existing conditions.
Okay, meaning what? That every person on this list has a miracle drug running through their veins?
Oh my god.
Mary, oh god. Oh, poor lady.
I know, it's Kate. But if I'm gonna be Batwoman, I'm doing it my way.
But the suit is perfect.
Have
Not
you
yet.
seen the damn wig?
I was doing mine.
You see me now?
New look. Okay, now that was really something. Real confidence behind it. I haven't been kicked like that since, well, Batman.
Not trying to pass for him either.
Story for another time, but you should ask yourself.
Okay.
At what point do you just give up?
Is he knocked out? Well, that's embarrassing, sir.
You took everything from me.
Just like I'll give you your sister. That's Kate's necklace. If I blew up Kate's plane with her inside, how could I possibly have this?
That's enough.
I was like, you know, I heard about Sophie besting that girl. Just saying.
What purpose does she serve?
Oh, you question Spy?
I said that'll be all.
Why am I still alive?
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
Why is that not a good thing?
Because Sophia spared you, which means she has a crush on you, which is all very well and good until it's not.
Just
Ooh. Just a few more of those.
I got a few more made.
Okay.
Anna, let me make some upgrades to the Batmobile.
Okay, now you're being crazy again.
I mean, I kind of wouldn't mind seeing what she could do to the Batmobile.
What's this mask made of wood? Commander says to go after the head of the snake. According to my CI, that guy is at the top of the False Face Society. You got a name? Not yet. Get one. I'm not giving the boss a photo of some dude in a black mask.
What? What?
You have any idea what in the hell Kate was doing looking into a painting by Jack Napier?
Maybe we can ask her when we find her, sir. I think Kate's alive.
A lot of freaking just bombs this episode, huh? A lot of kind of, what's what I'm looking for? Fan service in a way. A lot of name drops. I mean, we've already known that Scarecrow. I mean, we know that the villains exist in this world. I mean, in the Elseworlds crossover, we got a bit look at Freeze's gun, Scarecrow's fear toxin. Pretty sure Nora Freeze. For some reason, it was crazy too. I don't know if that's something in the other, like something that happens to her later in comics or in another version of the comics. I think we saw Bane's mask, and we did see like the Riddler's cell, and I think Cobblepot. So we know that they all exist. And they did mention Joker at the first episode, the very first episode of the last season or the first season. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Jack Napier like a one of Joker's names? What was that painting that I'm looking at? What is that? Well, there's an image in there and I can't quite make it out. It looks like, I mean, obviously it looks like blood, and then maybe something was carved into it. Maybe. I don't know. Why I write Sophia on it? Because, I mean, Luke kind of hinted at, or not, I don't know about hinted, but he kind of almost blatantly said that Bruce killed Joker for killing Kate's mom and allegedly her sister. Not allegedly, but like assumed her sister was dead as well. So, I mean, he didn't directly do it, but he did something that caused the school bus to go crazy, I think. It's been a while since that one. They did mention, well, they didn't say black, they said black mask. They said a guy in a black mask, which, I mean, granted, that could just be anybody, but I mean, they wouldn't have just mentioned it if it wasn't Black Mask, which is interesting. I'm all for them showing how strong the women this show can be in the, them being able to hold their own, because they can. A lot of the female vigilantes, superheroes, and all that are top tier fighters and superheroes. A lot of them are higher than a lot of male heroes. But I don't know, I don't feel like they should compare. She said it right after Zad said it. It's like I'm not trying to compare to him either. But saying that doesn't really kind of doesn't take away that they wrote for Zaz to be like, I haven't been kicked like that since Batman. And I get what they're trying to do. They're trying to kind of speed up. Well, they're trying to do a couple things. Speed up building her up, considering they had to bring someone new in since Ruby Rose is gone. Because they did it with Supergirl too, kind of trying to sort of. And Supergirl, like, more so kind of brought Superman down a bit. Like, I'm not gonna say that would be better at him. That she's not better at him in certain things in the comics. I don't. Again, there are certain versions though, so that's it's iffy on that. The problem is that he had more time in the sun than she did. But the point of the matter is that they're always trying to bring their character up, their version up above a certain another established character to kind of build them up. And I don't feel it's necessary. They can be built up on their own without having to be compared to someone else. And the unfortunate thing is, Ryan, she's a skilled enough fighter, but she said she's skilled in half a dozen martial arts. And again, she's good. She's way better than I am, because I don't know anything. She could mop the floor with me, and like a group of other guys. But Batman's skill in countless more martial arts than she is. And he's also stronger and has been at this for longer than she would have been. So I feel like that's not true. I don't know. I just felt that was a bit on the nose, or they're trying too hard to say we don't need Batman, which is fine. It's a show about Batwoman. That's fine. But if you want to separate from that, don't keep bringing it. They did it with Supergirl. Again, they would keep bringing up Superman and compare them. And it's just a little frustrating and unneeded. It's frustrating because, at least from what I've seen, Batwoman isn't as skilled or strong as Batman. I don't know. This is probably gonna get me some hate, but it just, I don't know. If it just felt weird, the line itself, it doesn't matter really that much. So I'm just gonna get off the topic and talk about the rest of the episode. I'm a little worried that they might do too much, or maybe they might be just setting up maybe later seasons or something. Or it could be a one-off episode as well, or a couple episodes to deal with someone like Black Mask. The thing is, Black Mask is, he's an issue to deal with, and I'm surprised, because here's the thing. Here's also what kind of was weird. again, they're also trying to establish how much, like, even with Ryan being different, how useful her differences will be. Her being like, with her connections to the criminal side of things, her knowing that is like her reason for knowing who Victor Zsasz is. Like, he's some secret assassin or something, when he should be a little more known. You know, he was in Arkham, or he should have been in Arkham anyway. I'm guessing that they changed. I mean, obviously they changed things to be like, hey, so this is how he's taken to Arkham. And the thing with Zsasz, he wasn't an assassin. He killed. He was more of a serial killer than anything. And he just killed. I mean, he kills here because he likes it as well, but he wasn't like Deadshot, you know? He wasn't a killer for hire. He wasn't a hitman. He was a little more erratic than this guy was. No, not that I didn't like this guy, but he just... I feel like he could have played Victor Zsasz really... I feel like, okay, I like the character that he had made, but I don't think it was necessarily a Victor Zsasz I know. I don't know. It just... They were really doing everything they could to almost force upon the audience, hey, she's very useful, and because of this. But I don't know if that's the right approach. Or at the very least, it shouldn't have been for someone like Zsasz, considering Zsasz is, again, supposed to be a very much public killer. And Luke didn't know, Mary didn't know. You would think Luke would know, considering he's worked with Bruce. And we know that Batman's dealt with Zsasz. Zsasz literally said, you know, since he was kicked like that by Batman. So, I don't know. Maybe I'm maybe I'm being too harsh on it, but I just it was just weird, you know, like the way they were kind of going about it on this one. Now, I don't know anything about. This is switching topics. I don't know anything about Sophia. I'm sorry, I'm messing my nose a lot. Like, it tickles for some reason. I don't know anything about Sophia. For a second, I was like, this isn't that obscure because there are dudes here. And then I was wondering, maybe it's the Shadows, the League of Shadows. But I don't think that's what it is. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. And strange thing, they have Kate. She found Kate. She was able to pluck her from the plane. I don't know if she got her before she got on the plane. I'm assuming that was how she did it. Otherwise, I have no idea. I mean, she could have had somebody on the plane and then they jumped off the plane before it blew up and parachuted. Or she could be lying. And Kate's not alive. Otherwise, I have no idea what they're gonna do. Like, again, they could do the whole surgery thing on her face, you know, make her look completely different and sound different. I mean, I guess maybe they'd have to change the vocal cords. Excuse me, vocal cords. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're, because I don't think they got anything from Ruby Rose like, hey, I might come back, or I'll come back later. I'm pretty sure she hasn't said anything about that to them, or just, you know, public. So maybe they're buying time to find a replacement for Kate still? I don't know. Who knows how long this is going to take for whatever Sophia wants. Did she say? Did I forget? Yeah, okay, I didn't think so. Yeah, they didn't state. It was one of those, I need you to do something for me, and then cut. So, I don't know. I I'm not sure what she wants. I mean, Sophia's the one that sent Zaz. I don't know why I blinked there. To kill all the people that have been, that were cured, that were. I had the word in my head a second ago. That were treated with the cure, so they have it in their system, and it's curing them of everything that they had. These cancer is just completely gone. So that's gonna be, and again, the thing is, it wasn't necessarily exposed to, like, they don't know about the flower yet, and maybe the scientists are finding it. Maybe that's one of the reasons they're keeping it quiet. I mean, also, they didn't want to, like, hey, somebody else gave us the cure. We just synthesized it. It was us. We did it. We're awesome. But I'm assuming they're going to try to study it to see where it came from. Like, what made her blood so... what gave you the ability to just cure these people of this deadly virus that we've never heard of. So I guess maybe that would lead to them trying to finding out that it's some kind of flower, trying to track the flower down and leading to that base. I mean, it could be other people, because it was publicized. That was weird. I feel like my throat's doing something weird today. I don't know what it is. Okay. I do have a slight problem with how Zach was taken out too, after all of that. I mean, although that it makes sense. I mean, that stuff I'm sure isn't, it's not cardboard. And I'm pretty sure when it extends, it like shoots out at quite a high pressure. So, and I'm pretty sure like him basically the side of the temple. That's pretty like the easiest way to knock somebody out. Well, in terms of hitting them. So I mean, it makes sense. After that, maybe it would have more so bought her time and to recover and then beat him up with the staff. But considering the issue before that she was having, but not the biggest issue. I am curious to see if she'll make some changes on the Batmobile though, considering it just looks like a sports car right now. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what she could do to just it's a car. I'm wondering, or she has experience in that kind of thing, or is she just gonna like give it a paint job? I thought it was cool. Again, I mentioned this in the reaction. I don't know if I kept it in. Probably did. That's the same actor from that played a killer in Daredevil, an assassin, hitman. And he kind of he's just fit for that kind of a role. He plays it really well. He plays kind of sociopathic, like a bordering charming, I guess, killer kind of person. And just made me miss the show again. Man, it was such a good show. It so pissed me off that all the shows were canceled, but that one specifically. My personal opinion, the best of all the Marvel Netflix shows. I think they're okay. This is going again to like how they're trying to build up this Ryan's Batwoman so quickly. Like everybody's just. I mean, granted, they were wanting Batwoman back to begin with, so that helps. But then, like I forgot what they're called. Her social worker, or is that her? Either way, the lady that she was, that was chastising her about getting a house now, or a home, being a little too giddy about this Batwoman, maybe? I don't know. I mean, I guess there wasn't necessarily anything bad about it. Like, it was just the way it was written, I guess, and how quickly and almost forced it felt. I feel like I'm harshing on this thing a bit too much, but I don't know. Something about it just bugged me. It felt weird and not natural. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I liked elements of the episode. Like it was kind of cool that we had Victor Zsasz, and then there was a Black Mask mention, and possibly something to do with Joker. Even though I think he's supposed to be dead in this universe. Interesting that Kate's still alive. Not sure again what they're gonna be doing with that. And I'm wondering if this like snakebite drug is gonna if that's gonna be something that sticks around and that's gonna make a something else kind of some other kind of issue that we're gonna have to deal with. And apparently it's something to do with mushrooms. I'm assuming the hallucinatory mushrooms and Scarecrow's fear toxin. Like, why would that be an ingredient that you'd want in your drug? You want to feel the fear? I mean, I would assume it's not as potent. Probably the shrooms will probably dilute it somehow. And it'll probably alter it to where it's not necessarily a fear, more so just like gets the adrenaline pumping, which is probably a euphoric feeling. But I mean, still, what am I doing? But yeah, I'm just wondering if that's gonna be a thing throughout this season. But yeah, again, I like the aspects of this episode. Maybe I'll like more of it I'll like it more whenever I'm editing it, and I'll be upset with myself about how negative I guess I was about it. I could be wrong. Again, it's just my opinion. I am curious again. I don't know how they're gonna deal with the whole Kate angle, like what that means with her, possibly actually being alive and being with Sophia right now, and how awkward that's gonna be for Mary when she finds out that she's actually alive. Well, how that's gonna work with the whole Batwoman thing. But for now, guys, that's it for this week's episode of Batwoman. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see next week's episode, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Stick around for that. If you want to see any catch-up series that we have or vote on possible polls that we might have in the future, check out our Patreon where you get all the early access for stuff like Young Justice and Ruby and all that good stuff.